The resistance that people have to the 12 steps, it can be overcome. And really what it takes is a person understanding specifically where your resistance is and walking you through that and allowing you to see that and understand it in a way that's palatable for you. That in the beginning you can tolerate it and maybe at some point come to enjoy. Now, I'm not into force or coercion. So a person has to say, yeah, I'm open to learning about this. But for a lot of people, 12-step recovery is the biggest resource they're going to have. And there's quite a few things about 12-step that are really incredible and aren't replicated anywhere else as of now in terms of support for addicts and alcoholics. The first I would say, which is very radical about the 12 steps, is that it's free. And so I hear a lot of critique from psychiatrists and psychologists. Honestly, I don't like it, about the 12 steps, and it's not sophisticated enough, it's a religion. The same critique that clients have. They sort of parrot those back, on NPR or whatever. And then think, so what is your solution then for addicts and alcoholics? And they'll say, well, CBT, which is a particular therapeutic modality, or DBT, which is another therapeutic modality, or psychiatry, or, blah, 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 blah. And I go, that's great. What about the 100 million people who can't afford to see a therapist 3 times a week, at $120 an hour, $180 an hour in Los Angeles? What about the million people who can't afford the $400 an hour to see a psychiatrist monthly? What about those folks? What is going to be their consistent support? And so they critique it, but they don't have another good solution in the end. And if you were to ask me, hey, Yeshaia, how many people do you know in recovery? I'd say, about 2,500 people that I know in recovery. And I would say, how many of those people had a 12-step experience as a foundation for their recovery? I would say probably about 2,475. Now, that's not evidence that that is the only way to do it or that's the way that works. It's the most available way to do it, so that makes sense. However, if you were to say, Yeshaia, how many times have you seen people use an alternate route to recovery successfully? 30, 40, something like that.